Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for everybody's attendance here today. We are gathered here for the funeral and the remembrance of Arsenal Football Club and their trophy hopes, which have yet again fell and fallen apart for another season. Now, before we start off this ceremony, we'd like to commemorate Arsenal Football Club with a 10-bell salute. Thank you all. Thank you all for taking part. Now, let's get into football and let's get into another disappointing afternoon up north for Arsenal, where Eddie Howe has yet again owned Arsenal Football Club and owned Mikel Arteta. 3 losses in a row at St. James's Park. 3 shots on target in their last 3 games at St. James's Park. Imagine, shout out to whoever super chatted it in my stream earlier today. Even League 2 Bromley played better at St. James's Park. Even League 2 Bromley were able to get more of a fight against Newcastle than Arsenal did. Arsenal really went out and they treated the match against Manchester City like it was the biggest game of their season, even though City aren't in the title race. And then they just forgot about what was next, because the typical Arsenal, typical Gooners, stupid Gooners, yet again, have fell for their own traps. And again, like I keep telling you, don't argue with me on this, argue with Google. Because you go and you type in Gooner definition, here you are. Someone who is either foolish or stupid. And this is the fan base that we're meant to be arguing with. I keep telling people, why argue with an Arsenal fan when you can just wait? These men kept telling me, this is going to be the season where we turn around. It's phase 5 Arteta. We have turned a corner. We have finally given Manchester City the whooping that we've been threatening to give them for years. Now is where things turn around. Now what? Now what? No trophies again, because you're not winning the league. You're not winning the Champions League. So you are going trophyless for 5 years. You are going to be in a position where Chelsea under Clearlake would have won more trophies since they took over than you when we win the Conference League. Don't let May come round without a trophy, because we're going to be lifting some trophies. We're going to be seeing some armpits. Will you? That's the real question, because this was their best opportunity for one, and then they threw both ties away. And in this game, they managed to potentially be even more outplayed than in the first leg. Every single department, these guys got bopped. Newcastle's game plan was superb. Play a back 5, have more centre-backs to help them against set pieces, and be absolute threats in transition. Press them whenever they get the ball, because they're very liable to making mistakes, and move the ball forward as quickly as possible. It was a very simple game plan, and it was an effective game plan. These guys took the lead within like 1 or 2 minutes, all for it to get ruled out for a very dubious offside call. But we aren't Arsenal fans, so we don't complain too tough about that. And we know Newcastle are going to go out and get the victory anyway, because Arsenal in open play. That's great when it's against Man City, who only us can make look good. Great. But against Newcastle, an actually well-drilled unit with actual good profiles there to implement that philosophy, unlike Manchester City, that was never, ever going to be a similar sort of game. You guys had all that confidence coming out that game and well deserved, but it didn't lead to anything. Like, you had Bruno doing kick-ups in your half in the first half. That's how easy the game was for them. But of course, when you have the squad planning of Arsenal Football Club, this is the situation that you get yourself into. 65 million on Kai Havertz just for this guy to be a generational diver when you guys are in desperate need for a goal. And the good thing is, man, I've already given up on him.
On the half turn. Fucking dickhead, bro. Piss off, man. Shit you. We're going to bring on Sterling. Tell you go make some rice and peas and curry goat, blood. Tell him go make a patty or something, blood. Big man ting. What's he going to do, blood? Tell him go fry some festival. Big man ting. What the fuck is he going to do, blood? Look at this donkey. Look at you. Fuck off, Havertz, bro. Go away, blood. Go away, blood. You are shit, mate. 65 million down the drain. That's it. Look at you. You donkey. Look at you. Fucking Lewis Hall. Lewis Hall, blood.
Shout out to Lewis Hall, by the way. Big up to Lewis Hall, because this guy locked up Martinelli for fun and then locked up Wanyeri just because the guy was being greedy. I knew Lewis Hall was going to cook. This is one of the transfers that I was a bit wary of from the first second that it ended up going through to Newcastle. He was our best left back by a mile in 22-23, and he absolutely cooked. It wasn't just him, the whole team as a whole, but I want to shout out Shah and Botman. They were so aggressive. So aggressive when it came to dealing with Arsenal's forwards, which is exactly what you need against them, because Arsenal are always going to be soft. Always. The back five with the low block when needed, sensational. Shah and Botman also dropping into midfield to help whenever they were trying to play out at the back to give them a more aggressive press. It was unbelievable. And the fitness levels, the determination, brilliant from Newcastle to a T. And I have to also shout out my East African king, Alexander Isak. I hope and pray one day I see you in a royal blue Chelsea shirt. It's probably going to be unlikely, but a man can dream. You are making the whole of East Africa proud, my guy. Like, where Kai Havertz was scared of duels, you relished the challenge and you slutted out Saliba for 90 minutes. He could not handle Isak all game. Every single duel was leading to him either getting dropped or leading to him playing catch-up. Anthony Gordon absolutely stripped the likes of Timber and Declan Rice in transition. Eddie Howe just owns Arsenal and owns Mikel Arteta and owns that entire institution as a whole. And it comes down to this point when you don't take the cup seriously, and it leads to you being trophyless for 5 years. Every single year, I have seen Arsenal fans try to look down on the Carabao Cup. Every single year, I've seen them try and snobbishly look down and play down the trophy. And now we're in a point where these men are complaining about going 5 years without a trophy. This is what happens when you play it down. This is what happens when you play rotated lineups in the third and fourth round of this competition. Eventually, it all starts to add up. That's why we're all cooking Maresca for playing that weakened squad against Newcastle with no bench. Because you don't do that in a cup. You're trying to win cups. The good thing is you played your strongest 11 in this one, but I can barely give them the benefit of the doubt because these lot don't play on the weekend. They got knocked out of the other cup competition. They got knocked out. So you can afford to play everybody in this game. Send everyone off to Dubai straight afterwards and let Mikel Arteta get meat fed to him by a fucking fork again. Might as well. But you lot, for all that lying and for all that playing down you did, you can't do it now because you lot needed the Carabao Cup. You needed it so you could finally say that you've won a trophy because you can't win anything major. Now, you're not even going to say you're winning anything because you're not winning the UCL. You're not winning the Premier League. You're not winning nothing. All you have is this team with awful squad planning, an attack that's overly reliant on Saka and is meaty from open play without him. You have a 65 million flop, a midfield that seems to still manage to get dominated physically, even with Rice and Partey in the squad. It wasn't like last season when you brought Jorginho on. It was Rice and Partey and these men were getting stripped all game. Also, the second goal, Declan Rice. Everyone's going to look at David Raya for the awful pass, and deservedly so. But Rice, why are you hiding again? Why are you hiding again? Why are you trying to call for the ball when you've got 3 men around you? You think we ain't seen your games before? When the going gets tough, Declan Rice goes hiding. That's why he's at Arsenal, because it's easy for that entire institution to go hiding. And then you look at their bench options, man, like BBL Sterling. 5 years under super duper Mick to be taking another one of Chelsea's bums and to pretend that you've saved the player. All your BS, all your lies are all coming to the service this year. 2025, the year of the damn truth. And everybody's learning the truth about Mikel Arteta and his talent ID. Everybody's learning the truth about Arsenal and their true expectations, which isn't to win the league. It's to just have a stable top 4 team. And everyone's learning the truth about your individuals. And they're just not good enough. They're just not good enough to take you across the line. 3 years of you being title contenders, but not having any titles to show for it. And again, you lot think you have the nerve to try and claim this city. If London ain't blue, London is an embarrassment. The throne is still ours. And if the throne ain't ours, the throne is empty because you haven't done anything to take the throne. That crown is just a little bit too big for your head. It don't suit you lot. It don't fit you lot. But for Chelsea, it fits us perfectly. So, revel in your misery. Revel in another knockout of a cup. And revel in another trophyless season. Because Chelsea will not be going trophyless this season. We will be winning a trophy. We're still in the FA Cup. We have a Club World Cup, which I know you guys don't really know too much about. But basically, it's a competition for Europe's and the world's elite. Every team, every one of the UCL winners of each continent plays together. That's why you guys have never been in it, because you've never won a European competition except one meaty UEFA Cup. But here we are, guys. Here we are, guys. It's always great to pop back on here after an Arsenal defeat and to serve a nice little 3-course meal to the community. So big up to every single one of you that's locked in. Hit the like button, subscribe, all of that crap. Let me know all your thoughts down in the comment section below. Congratulations to Newcastle United. Hopefully they win, because I've seen a few teams that win the Carabao Cup and then their Premier League form just starts to drop down a little bit. So Newcastle, I'm supporting you for the final. I hope you finally win a trophy. And yeah, then that means it's Eddie Howe 1, Arteta 1. And then we get to May with the Conference League final. It'll be Enzo Maresca 1, Arteta 1. I look forward to it, guys. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys soon. Up the Chelsea. Up the damn